Everybody, welcome to another new video. Today is my 21st birthday. Super excited because I've been getting a lot of nice gifts from my closest friends, which I'm so thankful. This is my 21st birthday. I will definitely be doing a special video for you guys. I was thinking that maybe I will do a 21 things that you guys have never known about me. Some things you guys might know, other things you might not. So number one is that I was actually born in the living room, and this might be a shock to you guys because most of you guys are probably born in the hospital, but no, I was actually born in the middle of the living room in England, and I was like, wow, when I got to know about this. My mom had me before the doctors were even there. The second fact about me is that the 0th to 6th grade I actually went to the same school all the time. None of my siblings have actually ever gone to the same school. Number 3 would be I've never actually drank alcohol, just never seen a reason. I'm very happy with cola, which then ties into number 4, where I've actually never tried a cigarette. And I think that's for obvious reasons, because money, time, health around me, environment, etc. And number 5 is I'm actually okay with being alone, and I think a lot of people have an issue with this, and I'm like, I feel the complete opposite, because when you're alone you get to decide what your energy is going to be. You're not really dependent on how others are around you, which I think is so calming and so relaxing. Number 6 is I actually don't sleep with a pillow, and this is because it's more comfortable without. When you have a pillow, your body is like more upwards and it's like a gap, and it feels just weird. So, but hey, that's just me. 7, which for those who might or may not know me, who saves a lot of money, I actually don't care about money. And when I say that, I don't mean like money is great, right? Yeah, sure. You're gonna get to a point where you have so much money where I feel like you'll get to a point where you have so much money that the money you have is usually just to do fun stuff. It's not things that you need. And I think when you have so much fun, it's hard to enjoy it when you always have fun. Whereas when it's something you need, I feel like you intend to enjoy it regardless of how much money or how little you have, because that's just how I personally feel. Because I enjoy not something because it's obviously I enjoy fun activities, but the most time I enjoy myself is when I spend money on something I need rather than something that I want. So this is also a little bit of a small embarrassing story. When I was in 5th grade, I accidentally sewed my nail. Yeah, that was a very crazy story. I ended up being sent to the closest clinic or whatever, and they took it out, and it didn't hurt at all. I mean, they did put some type of needle, so I didn't feel anything. Number 9 and 10, which kind of go into each other, I used to be homophobic and transphobic. These were like the early days, so it's not really something which I like even recognize myself in. And I feel like, and if anyone's going to say something about it, it's me. I think it would be weird if someone else were to like say, oh, you were like that before, and it's like, okay, but like, or if anyone is aware of that, it would be myself. So I don't see why someone would have to bring it up, even though I'm pretty sure I know myself more than anyone else because I said it. But basically, when I was like 12, I think I like made fun of someone on Twitter for being like gay. And at the time, since I wasn't told that it was okay and it was very much frowned upon in my environment, I assumed that it was a bad thing. So if you don't teach your children love and acceptance, they're going to assume that if you're not talking about something or you're not happy about something, they're gonna start to think it's something bad. Whereas being trans was not even like a question when I was like younger. Like, I don't even think my people in my surroundings then even knew what it was. I remember just saying that like I thought that like trans people are just like people in dresses. Why can't they just like themselves? And that's very easy for someone who is very like confident in who they are, and they're very much like, okay, I live my life like this, why can't anyone else do? Which I could say the same thing. I can say the same thing about anyone else. I can say, well, I like gray, why can't someone else like gray? Oh, I like red, why can't someone else like red? I could like take all these examples. Oh, I'm a dog person, why can't you be a dog person? It's like your opinions are not what everyone else feels. Number 11 and 12 is I love salt and vinegar crisps, my favorite crisps, and when I eat them I sweat. I think it's specifically sour and salty foods which I actually have like a problem where I like sweat because it's like so. You guys know that I'm a vegan, but number 13 that you guys might know about me, I actually don't really like much vegetables. And hear me out, I do like vegetables, but there's a lot of vegetables I do not eat. Some which I can name off the top of my head is raw tomatoes, raw onions or garlic, a raw aubergine or like eggplant, whatever you call it. I have to either put them in a food or like grill them or something like that. So you guys might have not known that, even though I'm a vegan. Which also actually ties into number 14 is I've actually always wanted to be a vegan. I think ever since I was young, I was like very much decided like when I live by myself or when I start a family, I'm not going to like feed chicken nuggets, because even though I was a child when I said that to myself, I was very much aware that I don't want to support that. Even though at the time I was like, the chicken nuggets are nice. But number 15 is I don't think it should be frowned upon for being controversial. But most people are like, oh my god, you're controversial, we don't like you. I'm like, it's important to be like, say what you think so you can like question your values and your ideas, because if you're not going to be controversial and say stuff which what most people don't believe, you're not gonna like, that's like saying like let's get rid of like competition between companies, because that will make one company not feel good. Competition between different companies have always led to them making better products, because if a company can just make the same product with no competition, they're never going to change, or at least they're going to do very minimal changes. Number 16, which if you guys know me enough, I am not religious. I used to be. It's just for pretty simple reasons, to be honest. If I don't like something which I am following, if I were a religious person and I don't agree with, I should be able to stand by it. And if I can't stand by it, why should I then believe in it? I think people seem to forget the difference between following a religion and following your faith, because most of these rules which are set by these religious scriptures are actually like played in like olden days, where like a lot of these things are actually not applicable to today. And I do applaud people who do actually like call that out and still remain to their faith. But sadly, a lot of these traditional religious people will say, well, that's how it's always been, so we can't do much about it. So I think it's very much this like, okay, we need to be consistent by being consistently inconsistent. So number 17, I actually get really scared easily. If you're gonna take me onto like a spooky like house to go, I'm just gonna close my eyes all the time. So number 18, I don't have a favorite food. I mean, yes, I do have like foods that I like vegan kebab pizza, vegan lasagna, vegan tacos, etc. But I don't like have one which is my favorite. Yes, I probably would say like if I had to choose one food, it would probably be kebab pizza. I wouldn't say like I can eat that forever. So number 19 is I had a pretend friend in school, and it was so funny because when I went in like, I think it was like 2nd grade or something, I would have like a pretend friend, because I think sometimes I would just do that just to piss people off. Some people would be like, oh my god, why are you not with us? And then I would be like, I'm with my pretend friend, and then I pretend to like talk secrets to them, and then they get like really pissed, and that was just so funny. It was so gag worthy. Number 20, I've always had feminine energy, and I think that's something which, if you've known me for a long time, I've always had. I know a lot of people seem to think that, well, if you are a man, you're a man, if you're a woman, you're a woman, but people seem to forget these like energies which people like have within them, and we need to start seeing people for people. We're not gonna start seeing people for their like gender, and I think it's important. There would be a lot of things which we wouldn't have today if we were not changing and evolving. And of course there's certain things which I think are good, which we've always kept, but be more like open to change, because change is not inherently bad. It's just what type of change. If you're making change just because change, then I don't think that's great. But if you're making change because A is not great but B is better, then I think that's great. Number 21, I think being honest is something I can describe myself. I think that being honest is also something which a lot of people should start being, and sadly are not, because they are very much scared that other people are not going to like that, and that it's not trendy, and whatever's trendy, that's what people are going to be. That's actually everything I had for today. If you did enjoy this video, I do really appreciate you for watching, and thank you for all of the birthday wishes, and I hope to see you guys in next week's video. So take care, guys. Bye. Mwah.